Okay, so let's see how things work. I'm going to start rolling, people. Well. Let's have a look here. Greetings, welcome everyone. This is kind of unexpected, I would say. This is not unexpected. This is what it's all about. This is what the whole channel is about, okay? Easier said than done. So tonight, we're going to start with the October reports. And it's just going to be a totally random experience. I hope you don't mind. I've been kind of wigging out about the whole thing. I just figured out what the heck are we going to do and how are we going to do this. I'm not Bill Gates. I'm not a rocket scientist. I don't sit in a mountain on Tibet. I don't have any like yoga gear for doing my acro yoga. You've probably figured out that things are just pretty basic here, but not this, okay? This is what it's all about. I learned this sign. This sign means love, okay? Apparently, according to the American Sign Language Society or something. I don't honestly know sign language, but this is the key thing, okay? And all I'm trying to do with the channel is help everybody get there. It sounds like the narcissism thing and all. It's not. It's totally about love thyself and do it from the core, do it from the heart center. Be loving and be loved, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull the first report. Could be anybody. And that tarot illumination later on has to go in and edit the thumbnails after the video and then load it up, okay? So I hope you don't mind. We're just going to figure it out as we go along, all right? So here we go. Let's go for the draw itself, okay? Okay. Don't worry, all son. It's not something that's, you don't have to spend any time thinking about this, okay? I'm just going to pull the first reading for October, okay? And then we're going to do the recording, and I'm going to post it. And then I'm going to do another report, and then another, and a total of 12 reports. And then eventually you guys will get your playlist, and that's it. And I'll do the organizations here later on next week or at the end of the week or something, okay? Hello, Nikki. I see everybody out there. I'm not going to be having much chance to interact, but I can see that you're amusing yourselves. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Live long and prosper. Cheers, Joe. All right. When we do this, you have to understand it's going to be completely random. We don't know who's going to come out for the first reading, and so you're going to see what it's like to be tarot illumination right in your face with no prepping, nothing. Okay, so this is kind of really nitty-gritty stuff here. Here it is. I hope you're ready. All right, this is it. This is it. Let's just be calm. I know, calm down. Calm down, Nikki. This is just for the October reports, okay? Here we go. So first up, the first reading for October is, as you can see, we have our little magic post-it notes right here. Some are moving faster than others. You see I had to nudge that one because it was getting kind of sticky. Are you ready? No fudging, all right? No mirrors, no magnets, no strings, nothing, okay? Nothing. Here we go. Yeah, you can always watch the repeat because it's going to be loaded onto the channel. So this is the first report for the whole month, okay? And let's just wish everybody good luck. I'm going to put this here in the center. I'm going to close this up till later on. There are now 11 post-it notes in here, okay? Who knows? I have no idea who it's going to be, so we're going to literally be winging the whole thing, everybody. This is it. Hold on to your pants, people. And it is, you can, hold on. It's Virgo. First up for October reading is Virgo. Good luck, Virgo. Good luck, okay? It's you. So let's clear the stage. Virgo is now the star of the show. That's for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising, and whatever else you guys can imagine, okay? So I'm going to throw this in the trash. That's it. It's over. It's done. Bye-bye. No insult there, okay, dear Virgos? So let's put all of this stuff away. We don't need this anymore for this particular video, and we'll just come back to these little things later on. Okay, I hope you don't mind. This is kind of like a live theater improv class. So here's what we're going to do. First, I'm going to show you, work through some of the astrodoodles, okay? Going to work through some of the astrodoodles. This is, of course, where it starts to get very serious, as you can tell. You know, Tarot Lumination loves to make lists. Look at my list. I have a list. Here it is. So this is the October 2019 collection of astrodoodles for everybody in the whole planet. 7.5 billion astrodoodle people, all right? So after that, we're going to do like a miniature love and relationship report, and then we're going to do a situational report, and then we're going to do some oracles, and we're going to squash it all into one report for Virgo, okay? I've never done it like this before. I just got kind of frustrated and fed up because I have to tell you the truth, people. I really don't like sitting here making recordings and videos and uploading them. It's an extremely lonely, miserable experience. Even though I love doing this, I'm much happier when I'm hanging out with you guys, and I get like the somehow or other it's the vibrational energy healing support of the Tarot Lumination Love Tribe, and it really helps me. Okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hold on, let me check in.
I'm so nervous. I've got butterflies like this, but we're going to do it. In a moment, we're going to go back to the stage and we're going to have a look at the Virgo astrodoodle for October. It's going to be quirky, I can already tell you. It's going to be quirky. Okay? A little bit of inconjuncts and things like that. I see all you guys on the chat, by the way, but I can't really interact. I have to really focus. All right? So this is what we're going to do. Here we go. Please bear with me. Please, there's no editing, nothing. All right?
Here it is. Okay, first of all, we're going to set a format now for everybody. October. At the very beginning of the month, which is actually the end of September, we have a new moon in Libra. So I'm stretching it. When we actually get to October the 1st, the moon has already moved on, but I don't really care. I'm just thinking about the energy. So we have all these other amazing, exciting things, and I use a lot of this when I do personal readings. Thank you very much. Hint, hint, hint. You can see these little red dots here. These are pressure points. October the 5th, October the 7th, October the 10th. I will just hold it on the screen there tight for you. Look at that. Oh, misery, misery. Very heavy square, okay? The Aquarius moon, hard T-square with the Taurus Scorpio axis, and so on. And so we come to the middle of the month, around the 13th and 14th. Yes, it's a full moon in Aries, but you know what that means, people? Especially for the Libras out there and the Aries out there, it's kind of a big deal, especially if you are a Libra. Okay, so that's the middle of the month. Let's just fast forward, forget all this stuff. Let's go over here. Eventually, we get to the new moon in Scorpio right at the very end. Okay, if you can't read my notes, don't worry about it. Okay. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are retrograde all month, and then in November, things change again. Let's go to Virgo, people. This is it. We're going to go to Virgo now. What? Hold on. Path traveler. Wait a minute. What's happening? Hold on. I got to check. What did you say? Mic is not right when you switch screens. Hold on.
Hey, Path, can you hear me? Please type it in. Can you guys hear me? Everything seems to be recording over here. It looks like I've got good audio over here. Okay. So, can we go over to the stage now?
Okay, I'm on the stage now. Can you guys hear me on the stage? Allsun, dear Allsun, which audio is bad? Nikki, which audio is bad? I've got the main stage here, and then I got the Terra Lumination in your face stage. Which is the bad one? Okay, look, then Chantal is saying the front face mic sounds clear. So that's
this one. Okay, so this is good. So this is good. Oh, the table mic is too sensitive. It sounds distorted. Oh. Oh my gosh. I thought it fixed it all. Seriously, I've been doing homework for hours trying to get the audio working. Obviously. So let me go back. Let me go back. Okay, so it's the stage that is low. Let me go back to the stage.
front facing is perfect, but the stage is low. Okay, so the stage is low. Give me a second. I'm going to do some super complicated high-tech stuff here. And I'm going to see if I can fiddle around with this. Okay, now, give me a second here. I'm going to do some more fiddling. And let's see if we can fix this stuff, okay? We're on the main stage now. So can you guys hear me better? I'm just going to do the fix, okay? This is the fix. This is the fix, people. Let me go back to the self. We already know the...
We already know this stage is working, okay? I know, Joe, it's very confusing. It's very confusing for Terra Lumination. Guess what? Terra Lumination is going to blame it on the planets. You know why? You know why? Oh, Pat. I thought I had it the other way around. So the main stage is too loud now? Please help me. Okay. Which one, Chantal, which one is this too loud? As far as I can tell, this is good, right? This is good. Us hanging out here together in person. This is good, right? Please. Please help me. Please help me. By the way, the moon is in Cancer, okay? But it's void. We're ending up towards the end of the moon in Cancer cycle. Chantal, so you've got kind of an even balance now. So this one works for you guys. This is good. Okay, main stage is too loud now and distorting your voice. Then the interface is too low. Aha. Okay, so I'm going to boost it up a little over here for myself. Thank you very much. Let's do this now. So this is Terra Lumination in your face with an upwardly adjusted audio. I hope that sounds good. Okay, so I just boosted that. I just boosted that up to here. Now let's go back to the main stage, okay? Thanks, Gregory. Thanks, Gregory. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the stage.
Okay. Okay, so I'm back at the stage now. So how does this sound? Is it too loud or is it too... Oh, I think it's too much, isn't it? Yeah. I see what you're saying, Pat. Okay. All right, so how does this sound? I am, as you know, guys, I am very, very picky. It's almost as though I would have a very important ingredient of Virgo somewhere. Okay? I know, Nikki, we're done with Virgo. We're on to Libra. I know, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. Okay, so I just dropped it. So I've dropped it. I'm going to drop it even more. I'm going to drop it even more to get it down here. All right, so let's get the balances right. I've got two different stages operating simultaneously, different lighting, different cameras and everything, all that sort of Hollywood gobbledygook stuff, okay? Okay, so hello, Laura, I see you there. We're going through a lot of like tech stuff right now. Okay, thank you, Chantal. It sounds like the lips are right on the mic, distorted. So I'm going to drop it even more. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna try this now. So here we are, here we are, here we are, here we are. This is the main stage where we actually do the work. Okay, I'm going to be very patient and watch for the notes on the screen. Chantal's saying it's distorted. Joe is saying it's too quiet. Constance like it's too low. Yes, Laura, it is chaotic in here. I'm blaming it on the planets. Right now, the moon is void in Cancer. You can't get a bigger moon void. Turn up the main stage. It sounds distorted even when it's low. Okay, that's not good. I don't know how to fix that. Laura says it sounds fine to me. Okay, I just did some more tweaking. Okay, just a little tiny little bit. Just a tiny bit, okay? Some of these microphones are like super powerful, super expensive. I mean, super sensitive, okay? All right, so let's find a balance point. This is the main stage. All I need to know is that you can hear things and get the main gist of the message, okay? So I can talk in a normal human voice, okay? Next, I want to go over to the selfie stuff.
That's over here. Chantal, okay, we're getting an up from the Chantal. It sounds good, decent enough. Journey say you played the. I've got the mic as far away as I can for the stage, okay? So it's different stages, different cameras, different microphones, and all that stuff. I'm sorry I'm making it so complicated. Do you understand why I'm doing this now with you guys? Path Traveler, thank you very much. I'm not going to touch it anymore. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Virgo, 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 Virgo. By the way, Virgo season is not over. We still have several planets, a couple of planets left over in Virgo, doing a very hard T-square opposition to the Neptune in Pisces and a very hard square to Jupiter in Sagittarius. We've done that, people. I already showed you the astrodoodles. Yeah, yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, I'm doing everything I can. All of a sudden, I'm learning as we go, different microphones, all that kind of stuff. But we're trying to do a report, okay? Face stage could go up a tiny bit. Okay, I will do that right now, Path. I'm following your guidance. Just a tiny bit. The technology is so freaking sensitive here to try and find the right balance, okay? Just a tiny bit. I just tweaked it a tiny bit upward. There we go. I think the other mic is going. Yes, okay. So we're doing the shuffle back and forth. Eventually, we're going to settle down. And when we actually get to the point where this actually turns into a proper reading, then everybody can just simply fast forward, on the action replay and just get straight to your actual reading. Right now, everything is just like a live testing. This is like when they do the very first shuttle launches, the very first times they ever shot a rocket into space. Somebody somewhere had to make a decision like, we're just going to do it. And that's what we're doing. Okay, thank you, Giggle Glimmer. Thank you, Laura. Thank you also. Right now, it seems like we have a fairly decent balance. I can't adjust it much more anyway. Okay, Nikki wants a song. Thank you. That might be a really good idea, Nikki. Uh, 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 okay. And then we'll actually get on with the reading. I'm not going to edit any of this. We're doing it all live, okay? Path wants the readings, okay? Sweaty Mike. Yeah. All right, it's the chaos, it's the nonsense. I can already tell you, just from looking at the planets right now, I can already tell you, okay, please bear with me. We have a monstrous T square. Okay, I'm just letting you know. We have a monstrous T square between the moon in Cancer, all the new Libra stuff, and Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. It's a beast. It is a beast. And I'm using that. I'm using that as my excuse. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. So, okay. I know I want to get on with the readings too, but I need to break up the energy field, the vibes, and so that we can just dive right back in. And I'm going to play through the ether. And hopefully this video will not get shut down or demonetized. Even though I'm playing my own song on my own channel. Got it? You get it? That's how weird it gets over here at Lumination. Everything's gonna be okay, people. And it sounds like this. It sounds like this.
Wow. Wow. We did it, people. We did it.
We survived the blast off. Hopefully, let's just all pray that the technology holds itself together. I don't know why I have this tendency to push everything to the absolute limits of the technology, where all the knobs and the dials and the buttons are freaking out, red lines everywhere, dials, meters going like emergency, emergency. Sorry about that. This is one of the perils of doing live work, people. Okay, there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide when we do it like this. All right, so let's get on with it. All right, finally, okay, okay, let's get on with it, people.
All right, here we go. It's very simple. This is a October reading for Virgo. It's your October general report. This is Tarot Lumination. We're going to do a bit of a combo, but first we're going to look at the astrodoodles. We already started with this, and so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to hope that this resonates with all of you. Let's dive straight in. Let's go to the basics again. The new moon in Libra starts more or less at the very beginning of the month, okay? Thank you very much. We got the full moon right in the middle, okay, which is very important for all the Libras out there. It's going to affect you too, of course. And we have the new moon in Scorpio towards the end. Let's have a look. Let's go straight over to Virgo right now. And here is your Virgo astrodoodle. I know. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. This is the moment where you can actually fast forward to your report. Okay, this is it. So, dear Virgos, this is your astrodoodle for October. I know. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? So let's have a look. That's you, okay? Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. We'll put you on the horizon right here, and over here in your 7th house, this is Pisces, okay? You've been dealing with this for 7 long years, and you have another 6 or so years to go. I don't know what to tell you, Virgo. What it tends to do is tends to beautify, it tends to idealize, and permeate everything with love at the very highest frequencies possible. The flip side of that is everything that doesn't work. When you take Neptunian energy with Neptune and Pisces and you do the flip side of it, it can be the energy of dissolution, betrayal, lies, deception, and deceit, where everything that you thought was wonderful starts to dissolve like a sand painting right in front of your face in ways that you can't understand. Now, look how much stress this is dealing with, okay? Jupiter is still in Sagittarius, okay? And we have the moon in Gemini towards the middle of the month. So right around the middle of, early in the month, around the 3rd and the 4th, please, dear Virgos, expect some stressful moments because this is ongoing for the whole month, okay? This is a super stressful, very kind of loose T-square that's going to affect all Virgos, okay? It affects you in the home, the family, the place of security, stability, and foundations, okay? Jupiter expands everything. And so everything that's not working is going to become apparent. Everything that's working is going to become apparent. And that's all the good stuff that you want, okay? So let's move on. Over here, we have the new moon in Libra right at the beginning of the month. Okay, so Libra rules your 2nd house of stuff, money, finances, things, beauty, value, values, your talents, your gifts, your resources. So it might mean that you have a brand new start, a brand new beginning in how you value yourself. And consequently, when you get to the full moon in Aries, towards the middle of the month, you're going to get reflections back from very significant other people in your life about how much are you valued by the most significant others. Sometimes you don't know these things, you can't understand these things until you are in a one-on-one situation with somebody very important in your life, okay? So this has a potential to be very uncomfortable, okay? This full moon could be very uncomfortable for you in terms of like the realization of what's not working with you in relationship, in terms of being valued and how you value another. That's over here to the full moon, okay? This one over here, Neptune and Pisces, this has just been going on for years and it's going to continue, okay? So there's no point in dealing with that right now. If you want to get deep into it, you have to book a personal reading or something. Let's keep going. You still have Pluto and Saturn over here in your 5th house, excuse me, of creativity, creative self-expression, taking risks, having fun, and being happy. But there's a tremendous amount of shifts and changes going on here for you. And there's no escape. This is going on at the very deep gut levels of your soul in the 5th house. What are you doing with your creative self-expression, okay? Next, let's just do a little check-in with the Taurus moon around the 15th of October. This could be a little moment of sweet relief for you, okay? Sweet relief, because it's going to be opposing very shortly. This is just okay, this is sitting here for years to come. So when you get towards the 15th, this could be some relief. And then we get towards the end of the month where the sun enters Scorpio. And that will start to be a sense of relief for you, because this looks in general for the first 3 weeks, it's a very awkward, difficult month. Okay, Virgo? I'm not going to pull any punches here, okay? Let's just admit it, get it on record. This is awkward. This is difficult. This is very challenging. Trigger points, October 17th and 18th, October 3rd and 4th, okay? And everything all month long because of the Neptune and Pisces, okay? But the sweet spots for you are over here, especially the new moon in Scorpio at the very end of the month, October 28th, opposing Uranus and Taurus. So this is going to be sweet for you in terms of all the wisdom and understanding and knowledge that you are going to, let's say, incorporate into your life now and bring it down to earth. Like this is like big wisdom, big understanding about how Virgo almost does things like astral travel, getting in touch with foreign people, foreign places, foreign activities, higher research, higher knowledge, higher education, literally, and physical travel. And then everything that you learn from there, let's bring it down into a day-to-day understanding. Like, oh, what does this mean? Can I put it in words? What am I hearing? And then you translate this into practical, useful communications and information in your day-to-day life so that you, dear Virgo, can start to become super functional, okay? This is very delicious for you guys, Virgo. This is really challenging. This is very awkward, okay? It's just awkward, okay? So let's put this aside, okay? So right now, okay, let's, because we've never done anything like this before in this particular format, this is the Virgo October 2019 general report, and we just had a little bit of an overview with the astro doodles, and we have the general information here that I showed you earlier. You can do a rewind if you need to. Let's get to something regarding love and relationship, okay? Stay right there. Again, this is total improv. I'm going to do a miniature spread, okay? It's going to do a miniature spread, but do not feel deprived here. We can do a tremendous amount. I have a kind of very, let's see, thrifty, economical way of doing things the way that I love to do them. And I try to get extract as much as I can out of all of this. I can see you all there. I'm glad you're hanging out with each other. Please understand tarot illumination. Shuffling the cards around after we've done this spread, by the way. Okay? So what are the messages that we need for Virgo right now regarding love and relationship? Not even love and relationship, but relationship in general, on the understanding that there's the energy of you, dear Virgo, there's the energy of a significant other, whatever it is, business contracts, spouses, living lovers, your most important chosen, deliberately chosen relationships, not your default relationships, your chosen relationships. And then on the understanding, the next layer is that there's you, there's the other, and there's the third entity itself, which is the relationship itself, which has its own energy, okay? So we're going to have a look. So Alson is saying the mic is crap. Okay, wait a minute, the mic is down or the mic is crap? Can you hear me okay? Please, please, please. Please, please, please. I didn't get, there's no moisture here on the microphones. Oh no, 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 please. I don't know how I can adjust it anymore. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I'm going to try and I've just turned thing. Hello. Okay, dear viewers, let's take a little moment here. How is the microphone now? I just softened things a little bit more so that it doesn't blow up, okay? Okay, it whistled? Oh, man. Okay, I have to be, it's like super sensitive. All this stuff is super sensitive. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. I'm just going to go with your, I'm going to trust you that this is, we've got this sorted out. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you, Chantal. I'm just going to keep it very simple. Okay. Turn it back up a tiny bit. Okay, it's just literally fractions. I'm going up fractions here. Okay, going fractions. Okay. Okay. I don't know what that was, Chantal. I have no idea. Okay, so let's concentrate, people. I'm going to try and be kind of mellow here. Dear Virgos, what are the messages that we have for you regarding your most important, significant one-on-one relationships? If you want to turn this into lovey-dovey stuff, you can, but it could be to do with business contracts, your mom, your dad, the most important relationships, but sometimes, typically, the chosen relationships, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Topaz. Thank you, Robin. Up a little, down a little, up a little. I'm just going to leave it as it is, okay? And I'm just going to leave it as it is. I don't know how I can control or tighten this thing anymore. Okay, we're good. We're good, people. I would ask all of you, please invite your invisible friends. Ask your invisible friends to come and join us here right now so we can optimize this reading and put the maximum amount of superpowered energy into the reports, the videos themselves, so that we can optimize this for your viewing pleasure and get the most value out of the reports, okay? Here we go. Thank you, Path. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Dear Virgo, this is you. This is your energy. Think of yourself like a smartphone, okay? You're radiating energy. You're transmitting and receiving energy. What is the nature of that energy? Okay. Over here, a significant other, highly significant other. What is their energy? Okay. Even if you're not exactly attached in lovey-dovey ways, please consider other extremely important relationships in your life, like a business contract, business partner, something like that, or even a pet. The really, really important chosen relationships. And over here, the third entity itself, the relationship. This is a living, breathing thing, okay? It has an energy field. This is a miniature crucible spread. Hopefully some of you will recognize this. Think of this as a potted plant. And this is a growing living thing. It has characteristics. Is it wobbly? Is it shaky? Is it porous? Is it healthy? Is it strong? Is it flexible? Or is it rigid, cracked, and broken? Does it need work? Whatever it is. This is what's growing out of this thing. And over here, we're going to look at the environmental energies around you. Just imagine, this is basically the very same thing that we do with the big spreads. Sometimes I do layers and layers. I've even done it where I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. But those days are gone, people. It's just too much. Okay, here we go. The weather surrounding you. The Nine of Pentacles. Dear Virgo, to me, when I see this here right now for you, the message that's coming through to me very clearly is stand your ground. Dear Virgos, stand your ground, okay? You've been under a humongous amount of pressure through the Virgo season. We started off with 5 planets in Virgo opposing all that Neptune energy in Pisces, and then the continuous unrelenting T-square with Jupiter and Sagittarius. A lot of people were crushed by it. I tried to give everybody as much advance warning as possible. And still, we have to deal with it as exactly as it is. If you think of Tarot Illumination like a weather channel, even Tarot Illumination as kind of like a storm chaser has to live through this stuff, just like you guys. So with the Nine of Pentacles, My feeling here is stand your ground, dear Virgos. You are being encouraged to remind yourself that you're doing an incredibly good job and that you have done an incredibly good job to get into Virgo season and come out through Virgo season alive at all. It's a miracle, frankly. And in this way, you get cold, hard, evidential facts, information, validation from around you, from the world around you, that there are some things that you're doing right. Maybe not everything, but just enough to get you this feeling like, wow, I did that. I'm a Virgo. I did that. I lived my life. And now I'm going to jump into October, and all of this energy over here is going to go into that axis that I described earlier, the second house, the eighth house, the Virgo opposite the, excuse me, the the Libra opposite the Aries energy, which is really going to be a strong emphasis on money, value, values, self-worth, skills, talents, stuff, money, resources, the abundance of life. Anything and everything that's not working in there is going to become apparent. Anything and everything that is working there is going to become apparent, and it's going to show mostly through certain very specific one-on-one relationships, just like this. Okay, so let's have a look. What are you radiating here? Okay, so with the Three of Cups, to me, this is like a serious whoop whoop moment. Dear Virgos, it would make perfect sense for you to celebrate your awesomeness with the ones that you love, especially the ones who deeply love you and the ones that you deeply love. Anyone and everything that does not qualify, forget it. Move on, Virgo. You don't need that stuff. The Three of Cups here, to me, is a really strong energy. I know it's female energy, but even the guys too who are watching this, the guys too, it's really, really important not just to do this, but to understand that you're like this already. This is the energy of like a life well lived, a job well done, decisions well made, to the point where it is time to celebrate a little bit, just a tiny bit. You know how Lumination loves to have the little sips and beverages. This is very appropriate for you now, Virgo, simply because you survived Virgo season. You would think that Virgo season, with all those energy and planets in Virgo last month, uh, would have been just awesome for you, for all Virgos, for everybody on the planet. But the reality is, 5 planets in Virgo to start it all off. It put a tremendous amount of pressure on you, Virgo. When you lived through it, you've come out the other side, and we're talking about a month later now. It's time to celebrate the fact that you survived your own Virgo season. Cherry pick a few loved ones, your deepest, most cherished people, whether it's long distance, remote internet, whether it's like your pet, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your kids, your child, your most deeply cherished loved ones. Okay? And celebrate with an attitude of gratitude, understanding like, my gosh, we really did this. We are loving, we are loved. We are loving, we are loved. It isn't just like a robot. It's actually true. When you are loving and you are loved, it becomes a real life thing in your life. You can almost declare it to yourself. I wish I had finished the song. I don't have it ready yet, but it's called I Am Loving, I Am Loved. Okay? It's a big, big song. And all the lyrics and all the words are I am loving, I am loved. So even though it's going to be done in kind of an American, I don't know, production style, it's just as though it was made in India, as though it was some ancient, tantric, Buddhist, Taoist, like yoga healing song. Okay, that's what this is all about. You're doing a fantastic job, Virgo. This is delicious, beautiful energy. My feeling is like I really, really, I wish I could celebrate with you. I hope you invite me to your party, Virgo. What about the other? Don't be worried about them, okay? With the Eight of Swords, dear Virgos, don't worry about it. They are just being who they are, doing what they have to do. This is a completely different person with a completely different life experience, and they're relating with you in a very specific way. The Eight of Swords is basically, to me, it feels it's like a puzzle. Part of it feels like I feel that they are puzzled with their own experience in the context of relationship with you, because, dear Virgo, whoever you have over here in the department of significant others, they would have been overwhelmed by the Virgo stellium a month ago, just like you. My feeling is that they're still shaking and quivering and wondering and puzzling what the heck just happened. And they're ending up going into the October season like, well, what am I supposed to do now? I haven't even finished integrating all the Virgo thing from September. And now Illumination is already diving into October. Oh, whoa, what am I supposed to do? It's not the end of the world. To me, it just feels like they don't have a choice except to keep going, on the understanding that they really do not have a lot of guidance or beacons or any kind of, all the super positive, supportive type of energy that would help them get through the month of October. In other words, October for this other person, these other people, might show symptoms of really struggling, um, holding up okay, as though it's a game, as though it's a puzzle. It's almost like if you try to bother them, there's no point in getting involved with them, Virgo, to that point. Like, oh, how can I help you, dear Virgo? Don't do that, okay? You just be you, be happy. Let them deal with their own puzzles, their own problems, however they want to do it. They can pull the blindfolds off and they can face everything, or they can go through like they're living their life through a maze. It doesn't matter. That's not your problem. This is their problem. They can handle it. It's not a big deal. Okay? They have to go through their own puzzle just like you did. And their time is now. Okay? Don't worry about it. Love thyself. Take care of thyself. Let them be who they are. It doesn't mean they don't love you or you don't love them, or they don't value you or you don't value them. It's just that they're on a very different path, and they're going to deal with it however they have to deal with it. It's not the end of the world. Let's have a look over here, Virgo, at the core of the relationship itself. What we have is the Devil card. Don't be scared, okay? Don't be scared. With the Devil, my feeling here is that let's get it down on paper. Let's make it very, very specific. Some of the aspects of the relationship dynamics that you guys are dealing with, I'm going to go back to my astrodoodle. I can't stop myself. Okay? You see this, Virgo? My feeling is the Devil card here at the core of the relationship is very much to do with this axis here, which is very dominant through the month because of the Libra Aries energy. It's kind of an awkward angle for you regarding value and values. Your money, your sense of self-worth, their money, their sense of self-worth, and how you would be intrinsically tied to the other, and how the other would be intrinsically tied to you in such a way that you can really enjoy the delicious benefits that come with a deeply binding relationship. And then there's the flip side of like, oh my gosh, there's all the challenges that come with a deeply binding relationship as well. Now, of course, a lot of people, when I look at this from the big positive spectrum, a lot of people, dear Virgo, you included and them included, all they want is the good stuff of relationships. Like it's almost like they're saying, dear invisible friends, please bring me all the good stuff to my relationships and just get rid of the bad stuff because I'm not interested. I can't handle it. I don't want to know. All I want is the candy. Give me candy. I want candy. I want candy. And so the devil card here is indicating that it's like a for better or worse situation. You get all the good stuff and you get all the challenges simultaneously. And that's what happens in a truly loving kind of situation. For example, when people get married, okay, if you think of that Libra Aries axis over there, it's a very binding contract, literally. A relationship that is, in a three-dimensional term, very binding contract. And you end up like, you get to enjoy all the delicious benefits that come with a deeply binding contract, and you willingly submit yourself to this stuff, but it is a binding contract. And so you have to abide by the binding contract, which means being willing to endure each other, and the other being willing to endure you, dear Virgo. I'm saying that's you. I'm saying that's the other. Even in your worst moments, when you are at your most pathetic loser self, and when they are at their most pathetic loser self, just because you go through a chapter like that doesn't mean it's the end of the relationship. You don't destroy them and blow them off. They don't destroy you and blow them off. You understand that there's binding commitments here. So don't be scared of this card. Understand that in a three-dimensional world, we do make contracts with each other. And those contracts come with benefits and they come with challenges. All right, so let's see what's growing here. The Seven of Cups. So to me, this is very much to do with Neptune in Pisces, okay? Okay, Neptune in Pisces, I'm just going to show you again. Let's go back to the astro doodle. This little Seven of Cups here, I'm going to attribute this directly to the Neptune and Pisces stuff over here. Okay, in your 7th house. This is your 7th house, and Neptune is opposing you. The beauty of Neptune is the feeling of things being divinely ordained, idealized, beautiful, like sent from heaven. And that's just fantastic when it works. All the other side of it is like, oh my gosh, what happens when it doesn't work? It's just like the same energy that happens when you have a delicious experience. You, dear Virgo, have a taste or an experience of a delicious thing happening with you and the other party. And it's so good, you almost get drunk on that stuff. And then you have to deal with the hangover. Some people, when you fall in love with someone, someone falls in love with you, and it just can be the most dizzying, amazing, disorienting experience. You become exposed and open to the joy and the beauty. And all you want is the good stuff. It's almost like being a junkie on fentanyl or heroin or morphine. You think, oh my God, this is so amazing. There is no pain for me anymore in my life. But when it wears off, it turns into a nightmare of a hangover. So you have to be very careful because both of those energies are happening simultaneously. The divinity, the beauty, the infinite variety of potential for you, Virgo, in love and relationship, okay? And the flip side of that, everything that's not working, the delusions, the betrayal, the lies, deceptions, and the deceit. So be very, very aware. This is being exposed to you, and that is what you need to know. It's almost like, please, dear angels, tell me what I need to know. Please bring to me that which is mine. Please take away from me that which is not mine. So this is almost like a rude awakening where you, dear Virgos, you get to experience the wonders and the beauties of having almost like a Neptunian idealized relationship dynamic. And then you realize the flip side, anything and everything that's not working can be really seriously redundant and almost to the point of like, wow, why didn't anybody tell me this before? Okay? All right, so let's move on, people. So don't be scared of this, Virgo. You've got to reveal it to heal it. To me, it looks very, very important that you look at the Seven of Cups very, very clearly in a visual manner. Study the Seven of Cups. Read about the Seven of Cups. Understand the full breadth and meaning, the beauty, the wonders, the dreams. The inspiration, the idealization, the amazing opportunities that are out there for you. Like dazzling, like being on one of those magic mushroom trips or something, and then coming down to the reality like, uh-oh, what happens when the trip is over? What happens when the beautiful, beautiful thing is over and you have to come crashing down to earth? Uh-oh. Then you deal with the binding nature of the relationship. Okay? And everything that comes with it. All right, dear Virgos, I'm going to tuck this way over to the side here, like this. I hope you don't mind. You might not see it very well because we're going to do a whole other reading now. Hope you don't mind. I'm going to put this over here and I'm going to get another deck. All right, please bear with me. Bear with me. All right, so just give me a second. Okay, give me a second here because this is total improv.
Okay, Virgo, it's kind of a serious reading. I hope you get that. I'm going to go on to another part. I'm just going to use the situational spread. I just want to get down to the bare bones. I want to get to the meat. I want to cut straight in. Think of this as a diagnostics. Okay? It's the situational spread. I know it's only a few cards, but it's amazing what can happen when you just like take it out like a sniper bullet. Let's get to the point, people. Let's get to the point. Let's get to the diagnosis. You got to reveal it to heal it. What do we need to know? All right? Here we go. Let's have a look.
All right, so bear with me, dear Virgos. This is for you. I'm going to pull a situational spread, just like this. By the way, dear Virgos, because this is the very first of the playlist, it might be a little bit longer than the others because it took a huge amount to get warmed up and get settled. But when everybody comes back to watch, you can just fast forward to your astrodoodles and your tarot and just leave it like that, okay? I hope you don't mind. There we go. Okay, so let's get to the point here. What is the most significant message that all the Virgos need to be aware of for October right now, okay? And even more than that, what do we need to know? Let's keep it simple. Dear Virgos, I invite you to put your hands over your heart, take a few breaths, preferably 3 breaths in a row, controlled, okay? And I'm doing the same over here. So this is what it's like, okay? I like the KISS rule, people, by the way. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Stupid, okay? Here's the situation. Here's the challenges. And here's how we're going to handle it. And what's the weather like for you in this regard, okay? Let's have a look. So the death card here. So there's no question about it. I think this month is going to put a lot of pressure on you, which may be kind of unexpected. Okay, I'm going to go to the astrodoodles. Give me a second. Dear Virgo, this is awkward. Okay, let's just face it. This is awkward, but this is like need to know. You need to know about this stuff, especially in the most significant relationships, the whole month long. Well, especially around the 17th and the 18th, and the 3rd and the 4th, and around the 10th. Basically, it's the whole month. This thing is pretty active, so please be aware that the relationship dynamics are really, really important to you, and they are transformational, okay? Also, if you want to look at all the Capricorn energy over here with Pluto and Capricorn, this is about deep soul transformation in love and relationship in particular, but I think it permeates to your whole life, okay? So the weather surrounding you this month, with basically like getting through day-to-day things, is the understanding that you're being squashed and squeezed to change, to change, to change, to change, to change. Okay? Sometimes people don't like that. People like the status quo. They want everything to be stable and solid. But it's unrelenting change happening right now with Capricorn and stuff, the Pluto and the Saturn there, Uranus and Taurus. Okay? Let's have a look. Situation is like so with the Knight of Pentacles here, this is very encouraging. To me, this is really grounding. It brings us back down to earth. It's almost like no matter how tough it gets, the tough get going. Okay, And you're doing everything in a very methodical, thorough Virgo kind of way to get through October because you have to. It's almost like you don't have an option. And it's almost like you're thriving on this. It's almost like you're deciding to yourself, you know what? I'm a Virgo. I watch my reports. I've been hanging out with Terra Lumination for a while, so I kind of get the way things happen here. I'm not scared of the death card. I know that's like, bring it on. Bring on the energy of vibrational energy healing, the transformation, cutting away, hacking away, slicing away the things that are obsolete and redundant, and then moving on. Okay? Moving on, moving on. Transformation inevitably means change. Okay? But it's ultimately for your own good. Also, when some of these changes happen, if you have to use the healing power of no, I'm going to check in with you very briefly.
Dear Virgos, okay, if you have to use it, do it. If you feel that energy, if you're feeling pressured to the point where like this is not acceptable, do not shy away from using the healing power of no. Boundaries, okay? Establishing boundaries, learning how to love thyself. One of the most important ways to do this is give yourselves permission to say no to anyone and everything that is not healthy for you. Okay, Virgos, it's very easy for Virgos to be taken advantage of by other more willful people who can see Virgo as someone who's easy to exploit. That's not acceptable, Virgo, not in October, okay? So be ready, willing, and able to use the healing power of no. Got it? Let me go back.
So, what are the challenges with all this? You're doing really, really well, and you're coming in with your best of intentions in a very methodical, capable, effective way. What are the challenges here? To me, with the Empress here, to me, this feels as though the pressure is on you so much to change and grow and evolve and examine your deepest, most closest relationships that you would start to doubt your self worth. And the more and more and more your sense of self worth is challenged, the more and more likely you are to doubt yourself. And then the more and more likely this would be the moment that would eventually, hopefully, trigger you to actually use the healing power of no and say, no, no, no. Anything and everything that is not acceptable to me has to go because I am delicious. I am worthy. I am deserving of love. I am ready. I am willing. I am able to accept my abundance, my fertility, my creativity, all of that beautiful stuff that I really, really am. But this is in deep jeopardy and deep doubt, which is, of course, part of the journey of this month because you're going to be heavily pressured in terms of self worth, value, and values. This is very much to do with your second house, which is ruled by Libra. Okay? So please pay attention. Okay, Virgos? Pay attention. Over here, how are you going to deal with this? This is, to me, this feels like this is a test. Like this month is a test for you, okay? It's a test, Virgo. How are you going to handle it? Simultaneously doing the best that you possibly can, always seeking out the most loving, effective, viable, workable option to be the best of you, which is what's best for everybody else, knowing that there are going to be probably multiple situations where you're going to feel resistance, either passive or direct, but it's resistance which will make you experience deep self-doubt, and then you have to recover and come back with that. So how do we do this? Okay, with the Page of Wands, let's just say this is part of a learning experience for you. Just tap into your youthful innocence. Virgos can be very, very good at being youthful for their whole lives, okay? And so you might as well take advantage of this, Virgo, and do your own transformation the way we were talking about here. So whenever something comes at you where you're feeling like you're under a lot of pressure to conform and comply with somebody or something else, which goes against what is healthy for you, that is the moment when dot, dot, dot.
You make it your right, responsibility, and duty to use the healing power of no. Okay? You don't have to hurt anybody's feelings. That's their problem. If they can't handle it, if they can't handle you, that's their problem. It's not your problem. Your job is to be you. Your job is to love thyself. So you do that, okay? And you do that if you have to verbally or passively. Either way, no. If you have to say no, and just trust that you don't know all the answers right now, but you're living the journey. With the page of wands there, you have to understand that you're innocent. Okay? All that stuff that's happening in October for you is taking into new parts of yourself. None of us have lived through October 2019 before. That's why we're doing these reports. That's why I try to do this like a weather channel or something, so that you have a little bit of a chance to love thyself, save thyself, do what you have to do. Okay, hold on.
And so with the Page of Wands, it's very simple. Give yourself permission. Imagine you just arrived at a new school, a new job, a new relationship, a new place, and you don't really know all the protocols, but you're not going to back down. You basically walk in with pride, your integrity, your good intentions, your passion, and your desires to be the most awesome one person that you are. And you do not apologize for that. You just do it. And if anybody or anything feels like it's undermining you, you give yourself express permission to use the healing power of no, and then you transform the situation. This is transformational energy healing in real time, in 3D. Okay? Thank you very much. Now I'm going to give you a little oracle if we have enough room. I think we do. This is it, Virgo. We're coming up to the last point of the reading right now. I'm going to use this for the whole playlist. It's the Gaia deck. I want to get everything down to earth. Okay. I know it's Libra season, um, but there is still a lot of Capricorn and Taurus energy going on, and I want to play up to that because those are the big planets. Those are big. There's Uranus, and there's Pluto, and then there's Saturn. Okay. Also in October, Pluto is gently going direct. So you're going to feel that shift as well. So I really want to take full advantage of the grounding energy of Pluto and Capricorn, like a serious reality check, please. Please regard this card as like the reality check police are all they care about is you, Virgo, being the best that you can be. And if you need to know something that's very uncomfortable, just imagine you get pulled over to the side of the road and the cops saying to you, "Dear Virgo, you're doing a great job, but you have to understand your left parking light on the back end of your car is blown. You need to fix that, okay? Otherwise, you're going to get into trouble." And the Virgo goes, "Oh, no, 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 please, I didn't know that." And by the way, you also might want to check out your windshield wipers, okay? And check the treads on your tires. Check all of that good stuff, okay, dear Virgo? All of that stuff. Physical, three-dimensional, worldly things. It's very, very important to keep our lives together. I have no idea what's happening, people. Doing these reports this way, my guess is that now that we've got a little format established, every other reading from here in Virgo onwards will go a little bit quicker because we've kind of set a format, and I think I can remember most of it, okay? So dear Virgos, I'm just going to pull a card. Actually, I'm just going to pull it straight from the top, okay? This is it. Loss, okay? Don't be scared. Grief, sadness, resurrection. Okay, a lot of Virgos, you might have come through Virgo season because the energy is right in your face, where you would have been exposed to anything and everything that's working for you and everything and anything that's not working for you. Okay, some of it could be really brutal, really blunt, but this is stuff that you need to know. Okay, let me read from the book here. So this is all about the October season, okay? This is just a message about grounding to get you through. It says here, this card signifies a loss or disappointment of some kind. Perhaps a hope or dream you had now seems destined to fail, or perhaps someone you love moves away, or a partnership seems likely to end. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That's what happens when the sun is in your sign. Now we're coming into October, and you're seeing it play out like with the second house, the Aries Libra thing. This card also signifies resurrection, okay? Which means that the perceived loss will either not eventuate, or what you do lose will be returned to you in a new way or a new form. Gaia, the Earth Mother, oversees this whole event. Feel her loving guidance this very moment. She is here for you and will never leave you, for Gaia and you are one eternally. The wheels of life keep turning. Life is never still. Okay? And yet every transformation turns the wheel a little closer and closer and closer to the starting point. And once this point is reached, a new cycle begins and the journey continues. There is no end without a new beginning, okay? So please take advantage of the lunar cycles this month, okay? Dear Virgo, they might be uncomfortable. They might be awkward. Excuse me, I didn't mean to do that. They might be uncomfortable. They might be awkward. But the whole point of all this stuff is your own evolution, okay? Deep transformational evolution here. So please, with the Libra new moon, the Aries full moon, and the Scorpio new moon, take full advantage of those cycles because you're going to feel those in your day-to-day life. All the stuff that I like to play with, like with Pluto and Saturn and Uranus, that's fine, and Neptune, that's fine, but they happen on such a subliminal level you might notice it. With this card here, my feeling is just like if you have to cry, cry. If you realize all the things about your life that are failing and not working, cry about it. And everything that is working, celebrate it, okay? It's perfectly okay. Sometimes you have that at a party. Just imagine with your best mates, whether you're a guy or a girl, and you look at each other under intense pressure and you think like, wow, you know, we did this and this and this and this together, and we are amazing, we are loving, we are loved. And then each one of you replies, but yeah, remember that hideous tragedy? Oh yeah. And that one, and that one, and that one, and all the pain and the suffering. And everybody has a meltdown and a breakdown. And you're starting crying over and over again. That's okay. Okay, you got to reveal it to heal it. That's what this is all about. Okay? Don't be scared. Don't be scared of your deep heart energy. I'm going to check out with you guys now.
Thank you for your patience. We've never done it like this before. This turned into a really long video. I don't know what's going to happen next. Maybe I'll get another one done tonight. We'll see. Thank you, Virgo. Any questions, any issues, of course, check in with Tarot Illumination. Check out the links below. Do the subscribe, the likes, the ding the bell, do the membership, personal readings, whatever it is you want. Just, it's there. There's a link somewhere, okay? And above all, okay? So that's what we're going to do, okay? So I'm going to play out with a little bit of music and leave you guys to it, okay? So bear with me.
I wish I had a recording of this song, I Am Loving, I Am Loved. I really do. I'm going to play Fighting Well because I think you've been under a lot of pressure, Virgo. Ever since September, you're coming out of it and you're doing extremely well. I'm going to play Fighting Well. It's kind of like a macho, even if there's like a girl macho thing, okay, we can still do that, okay? In my neighborhood, there are a lot of women who go to gyms and they're all pumped up. You see these girls walking around in their yoga clothes. They're doing acro yoga and they're fitness yoga models and they're all like buffed. It's really scary. Some of these girls, like, like I wouldn't want to get stuck in a dark alley if they saw me, and they could just like wipe me out just like that. I'm not saying you're going that way. It's just that, it's like, to me, it's really appropriate that Virgo learned the hard way about how to be strong. Okay, this is the song for you.
My T cells are fighting well.